Hi and welcome back to Karina's sewing room. I'm Karina and this is my sewing room. Well, this is a corner of my sewing room. So, I thought I would start trying to do #FridaySews again. I was just looking for my chair and it's there. And I don't want to find a new place for the things that's standing on it. So, I thought I would try again this year to make an effort on doing these #FridaySews, where we speak about what we've been up to this week, sewing related, and what our plans for the next week are, and a little bit of life. And this hashtag was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. I think I got that right, and if I didn't, I'll put it on the screen. Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Yeah, I think it's right. So what have I been doing sewing-wise this week? I don't think I've done a lot. I have a bag order. I have everything picked out, and then my energy left me. That's part of the life. I have moved my printer out here, so I have printed out some patterns. I need to get my patterns organized, but I think that will be a task for next week. I brought this with me. And you may be wondering, what the heck is she doing now? Well, I have this fabric, and this is from Folie og Print Textiler, a Norwegian company. And it has this sleek backside. Does have a bit of stretch to it. You can use this for diapers because it won't bleed through. I am gonna make a cover. To put over when my dough is rising. So I'm gonna do that today because I'm making pizza later because it's Friday. So why not? And we are in the habit of having pizza on Fridays. So I'm gonna make that in a while. Anything else sewing related? I don't think so. I got a message from Tollpost, a shipping company, that my package from Beware in Sweden is on its way, and I'm so excited. More bra stuff. I can't wait for it to come. I'm eager to sew some more bras. I think that's it. I did post a video earlier this week when I opened 2 packages that I got, one with fabric and one with the gift from Helen, who has a print moda. And that's me and Helen in Angela Wolf's studio. Oh, this is so precious. I love it. I have pre-washed my fabric, so I'm ready to use those. Yeah, I think that's all I got sewing related for this week. Not much, haven't sewn a lot. I did make a popcorn bag. I'll leave a picture here. I did show it on the last vlog, but I can't remember which day I made it. Was it this week or was it last week? Yeah. Well, that's what I have sewing related for this week. Life this week has not been a lot. I've had a couple of days where I've been I've had study days. That's what I call it when my fatigue acts up and I'm down for the count. I lay on the couch and watch YouTube videos on sewing. So I call it a study day. I think that sounds nicer. I can tell you the reason why I'm struggling with fatigue from time to time is because I have arthritis. And with all those inflammations all through my body, the energy level sinks. In most cases where you treat the main illness, the fatigue will lessen, will go away. Not here, no. So I constantly have to do an effort to hold it on an arm's length. And I've gotten pretty good at it, but sometimes it's just beats me out. It knocks me out. It beats me and knocks me out. Yeah. And something else with the fatigue, I struggle finding the right words, and I do that in Norwegian too. So and I struggle even more when I have to do it in English. So I've had a few days this week where I haven't done anything other than laying on the couch and study sewing videos. I've binge watched Erin Sews. I'll tag her in the description so you can find her. She also does #fridaysews. Yes, I've done one thing, and I think it's gonna be a huge help throughout the year, because one of the biggest problems in our house is finding an answer to the question that we ask every single day. What are we gonna have for dinner today? What do you want? Can you be bothered to make dinner? Yeah, so I've made a list of, I think now I have 32 different dishes that we have for dinner. And after I made that list, I made a calendar. And I have planned all the dinners until the 15th of February. So I don't have to think about that question anymore. Well, until the 15th, when I have to make the list for the next month or month and a half. But I feel my shoulder has lowered after I made that list and planned the dinner, and it's gonna make it so much easier to shop, to do grocery shopping. I have planned for we can shop for a whole week and know that we have everything we need to make all the dinners, and it's not set in stone that Wednesday we are going to have that and that. We can mix it up within a week because we do grocery shop for a week at a time. And it doesn't take a lot of time to set up a plan like that. I used to do it when the kids lived at home, and that was mainly because I had 3 phone calls a day, every day, when I was at work. And it was one from each of the kids asking, "Mom, what are we gonna have to dinner today?" What are we gonna have for dinner today? Yeah, so I made a list, and they had one day each where they could pick what we were gonna have for dinner, and we put it on the fridge. So they didn't have to call me every day. And all three of them called. First, my eldest son called, and then my daughter called, and then my youngest son, my middle child called to ask the same question. It's ridiculous. But I'm guessing there are a few who have the same problem, either with kids asking, "What's for dinner today?" And the struggle just finding out what are we gonna have for dinner. So that will be a good life hack tips for anyone who wants it, free of charge. Well, if you like the tips, hit the like button. And also leave a comment if you have ever done this, or if you are doing this, or if you have ideas for more dishes we can have for dinner. Yes, I think I'm done talking about dinners now. For next week, I want to finish that bag order. I also have a pair of Hudson pants cut out for my husband, and I've got the cording so I can put that in some of his other pants, who mysteriously is out of cords. And I think I want to stick to those plans. I don't want to plan too much. I also want to make a video on what my fabric shelf contains. Maybe I can show you without showing you too much. It is sorted, and I think I want to show you what I have and what my plans are, because I do have plans for a lot of it. Not everything, but I do have plans for a lot of it. So hopefully that will be a video next week. And there's one more thing that I've done this week. I've taken a class on fabric choices. And this is a free class that Stoffdronning, a Norwegian fabric store, set up. It's a Zoom class, and it started Wednesday, and the second meeting was yesterday, and there is one today at 7. So, and it's very interesting, talking about how to pick fabric, know the content, how do you get the correct information from a website or from a store when you touch the fabric, or when you're just reading about it. And yesterday we talked about patterns and colors, not the sewing patterns, but the patterned fabric. And placement. And we had a bit of fun. We were laughing about all the weird pattern match that has occurred. I had a perfect pattern match, but the placement was just it was on the spot. I might leave a picture here. Let's say that I think it was Stacy who said, well, that gives the sweet spot a whole new meaning. So maybe you can guess where it ended up. So I'm looking forward to the next class in that course. It's 1.5 hours left, so maybe I'll get the cover for my baking bowl done and edit this video and put it up before the class, hopefully, if my energy levels agrees with me. I have baked 4 breads today, so we have fresh homemade bread, and it smells so good. Yeah, well, I think that's it from me today. I hope to see you next week with what's in Karina's stash. And then again next Friday for #fridaysews. So do a search on YouTube, #fridaysews, and you'll find a lot of channels that are using this hashtag. And it's so interesting to see, because you get to know the people, you get to know their sewing habits and pick up tips and tricks. So check that out, and I'll see you next week.